What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. The previous video talked about Kenya Ports Authority women's team versus Inter Club. In this game, in this matchup, they play against Costa do Sol. And Costa do Sol won this game 73-62. And let's just talk about this. This was a back-to-back loss. So this were two losses in a row at the time. I remember watching this game and honestly, I just felt so deflated looking at the way KPA played, especially letting this game go in the second quarter. Not even in the second half. The second quarter at the start, the Costa do Sol team just pulled away and KPA just didn't have no answer for them. So despite KPA shooting pretty well from 2-point field goals, they shot 47% shooting on 2-point field goals. They were not able to convert from the three ball, and it was 21.4%. The other time it was just around the same range. And honestly, that 42% shooting from the field is not gonna cut it, especially when you're shooting 27 out of 65 attempts. So when you're hitting 27 shots out of 65, of course you're gonna lose that ball game. And getting out rebounded, 46-37, honestly, not a good thing. And even leading, you didn't even control this game. They Costa do Sol team just controlled this game 34 total minutes to Kenya's 2.8, and just straight out dominated in the second half. And even if you look at, like, there are players who were supposed to play well, but they didn't. You could see Jemima Omondi, 19 minutes play, only 2 points, 33% shooting from the field, and 100% on 2-point field goals. She only scored one basket. It's only one basket that went in out of 3 attempts, and she had 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, plus minus from -4. And she was one among the players who played heavy minutes. But the player that played the whole game was Ifunanya Okoro, which is something that it's really telling about the coaching staff, because even the coach, why would you play your best player 40 total minutes? The other game she played 34 minutes. This game she's playing 40 minutes. Then you expect her to have the same production in there. I'm sorry, it's not gonna cut it. She scored 19 points on 45% shooting, 50% on 2-point field goals, 0 for 2 from deep, one of two from the line. She had 6 turnovers and 3 personal fouls, 1 assist, 1 rebound, and plus minus from -12. And it was sad. And also Medina, 31 minutes played, 10 points, 40% shooting from the field, 14 rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds. That's 14. She had a double-double, 10 points, 14 boards, 2 assists, 3 personal fouls, 7 turnovers. She had a total 7 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. So plus minus from -15. So it's just a sad thing. And you're having players who are scoring 0 points. You're having players, playing heavy minutes and scoring, is playing subpar. Having a subpar performance. You have players scoring 9 points, 3 points, 5 points. It's just a sad thing. It's just that state of affairs. And at least KPA able to shoot better from the field. From the previous game, they shot poorly, but in this one they shot 41% on the field from the field. They had 37 total rebounds. They got out rebounded by Costa do Sol. Costa do Sol were just attacking them, the KPA team. They were just going straight at the teeth of the defense. They were doing everything they wanted to do, and they did it. So yeah, the players who even scored had 0 points. They only played less minutes. Like Linda Alando, she played 3 minutes, 0 points. She didn't have any production in there. We had Rita Oluoch, 4 minutes. Literally, she didn't play a lick of basketball in there. But you have a player like Natalie, 24 minutes played, 9 points. Even if you're shooting at a high percentage, but this is not the production that you expect from, especially a guard of that caliber. She had 7 rebounds. She had 7 turnovers. Natalie and Medina were tied in turnovers with 7 turnovers. She had 3 steals. 3 assists, 7 rebounds. So it's not a good thing at all. I looked at it and I was like, I looked at this game, I was surprised. I mean, literally, what are we doing in there? Because this is not a good like coming out party. You can see it's like it was just another quit game from KPA, and we have also the number 13, the acquisition Abizai Teresa. 35 minutes played, 10 points, 28% shooting. I mean, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, plus minus from minus 17. She actually had the biggest negative plus minus in the team. So yeah, very, very, very poor at all. I mean, I'm not sure if this team like looks at the stat sheet, or even like looks at even like the box score. It looks like, look at the stat sheets, look at the film. I'm not sure if they do that, because yes, they dominate in local basketball because they don't have any teams on their caliber. But when they come in and play in FIBA contests, this is the coming out party. I mean, look at this. This is very, very, like, it's very poor, honestly, very, very poor. And for me, if you ask me, something must be done. But if you look at even the roster that they even have current present day, they still have retained the same players. They still have the same players in there, and it's telling to what the coach and what the organization is doing. Because if they're just recycling the same players, I don't expect a different result. Okay, the only player that's not in the team is Medina. She went to ZTech. I know it was a very huge hit for KPA, but they were able to fare very well without her, and things are just going on well because they went and just won the championship by sweeping ZTech. They swept Medina's team. So yeah. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, this was a game that was very hard to watch. I watched this game and I watched it live at the time. The time I was like just looking at this game live, and I had some time to like recently just look at it frame by frame, like front to back, make sure I don't miss anything. And honestly, if you ask me, it's an embarrassing showing. If you look at Costa do Sol, they were playing pretty well, 43% shooting from the field, but the place where they were shooting pretty well was inside. So let's say 49% on 2-point field goals, and they really destroyed us. They really, really destroyed us, especially on the rebounds. They made KPA look so small, and they made us look so small, and they didn't even, and only 4 active players were there. Like, it was not, they were only like, not even there, like active players. There are some players who are active, but they didn't play, and there were 4 of them, and they played with, 8 players, and they managed to beat KPA. So you can see KPA, the way they played was so subpar in there. So I at this point, you just have to lower expectations when it comes to any Kenya team, any team in basketball that's affiliated to Kenya. You just have to lower expectations because you never know what can happen. They can really, really, literally disappoint you. And one common occurrence that I've seen with Kenyan-based teams is when they meet a team that is subpar, they're able to like shine on them. But when they meet a team that can compete heavy with them, they lose the ball game. And this is the same thing that happened. They lost to Interclub and they lost to Costa do Sol. Teams that I must say they were built. KPA was built to handle those teams, but given the way KPA was managed at the time, they just couldn't be able to like win those games. And if you ask me, it's an embarrassing thing to see. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Look at the next video, and please be sure subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get notified on these videos. And I'm out. Peace out.